Assuming that you guys do not have any questions, I'll take that as a no. Then let's proceed. What we have seen till yesterday, how to attach disk while creating a machine, right? How to edit a disk once a machine is created. Edit as in uh, increasing the size of the disk. Can we decrease the disk size?
Not possible.
No.
Right, not possible. Operating system or data disk, OS disk or data disk. In both cases, increasing it's possible, decreasing it's not possible. What is the difference between OS disk and data disk when it comes to increase?
When it comes to data disk, we don't need to downtime. When it comes to OS disk, downtime is required. We need to stop and deallocate the machine
Right.
to
What is the
increase the OS
maximum
disk.
size, guys? Yes, that's correct. Guys, what is the maximum size I can have a disk of? Maximum size of a data disk I can have in any machine?
32 TB.
I think it's 32 TB.
What is the maximum number of disk I can have in one VM?
Depends
It,
on the size when you select. If the
Now, what is
data
the
disk
maximum? Tell
is
me the maximum size. Be any size. I'm okay to pay for any size. What is the maximum number of disk I can have?
16, I think.
Sorry,
16.
which size?
16. Uh, BMS, B1, I think
Okay, that's a
B1
homework for you
is
guys. Go ahead and check what if I want more than 16 disk. Is it possible? Is it not? Go ahead and check if there is any size available which is allowing you to have a size which is allowing you to have disk more than 16. Even I'm not sure, it keeps changing. These things you don't have to remember. No one expects a correct answer. No one expects the exact number. What I am looking here, or what your interviewer will be looking here, it's the approach, whether you know it or not. So initially, what Ubaid answered, that was correct. Depends on the size, right? So you should know that it depends on the size. I can always go while creating the machine. I can go there. I can click on size and I can see all sizes and I'll get to know. If it is not there somewhere on the Microsoft, I'll get to know, right? But you should understand. You should know this approach. That okay, this concept is there. By the way, look at this. 32 size disk, right? It's not 16. There are many servers, many options, many sizes, which is supporting 32. One interesting question I remember regarding this, which is not applicable to you, and you can directly say no to that, that I don't know, or maybe I'll cover it later. When we do the disk assigning, not a part of Azure, guys, just sharing it with you, or if you are able to find the solution, maybe you can use that as you use that as an interview story, right? So do you see there is a size, right? Or in fact, there are many sizes which are supporting 32 disks, which means it is possible that there is a server which can have 32 disks. Agree to that, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, look at here. When I go to disk management, okay, let's say here I have 32 disk attached, right? 32 disk 0 1 2 3 0 से लेके 31 तक है. So there are total 32 disks. In fact, those are 30 data disks. So 0 will be the operating system disk, and then I will have actually one from 32. Total 33 disks. What did I tell you? A disk without a driver, without a drive, is it useful? We saw it yesterday, right? An offline disk which didn't have a driver, is it useful for us? A drive, sorry, not a driver, a drive. Like E drive, C drive, whatever we have been assigning. So till the time I don't assign something to it, is it useful for me? Yes, guys. Can I use that? I think I logged into some other machine, but that's okay. Are you getting my question? That a disk in any operating system or any machine, when I attach a disk from Azure portal, can I directly see it here?
No.
No, you can't, right?
No.
What do I have to do?
From
Go to
disk
disk
management, you have
management.
to ex- uh,
Okay.
add that
Disk management,
disk.
I initialize, I online. Still, will I see it? Just because I online the disk, will I see it? What was the last step we did on that? Right click,
We have to
Right click and
right click
new simple volume.
volumes.
shrink.
No, simple volume. Shrink is not the option. Don't guess this. Right? Simple
Expand
volume.
volume.
Yes. Expand is in when we are expanding the disk. I'm talking about okay, let me put a disk. Fine. Let's put a new disk here. This is my virtual machine on which we are working. So this is the disk, VM. One minute, guys. Let me check what's happening here. Who created this VM? I'm not sure. I think we were working on this VM yesterday, right? Let me see.
Yes, VM001.
Yes.
Fine. Okay, let's take this one. It's okay. It's good practice for us. Maybe I created that for some other practical. Okay, guys. So in this one, this VM doesn't have any data disk. This one is temporary disk, guys. Do not get confused with the temporary disk. Which one? This D, which you see, it's a temporary disk. We are going to talk about it later. You don't save any data. You don't do anything. This comes with your machine. I haven't created this. So there are some sizes which comes with temporary disk. It is mostly used for some database servers, etc. So cache data can be saved here. Not touching that topic now. So that isn't a data disk as of now. This machine, it has one operating system disk, zero data disk. Can you see? Now I want to use one data disk. What do you have? What options do you have when you want to attach a data disk or when you want to have a data disk in a machine? There are two options. One is you can create a new disk or you can attach an existing disk. We'll see how to do that. As of now, let's create it. We have seen this already. And I'm giving any name. Let's say I'm calling it as a temp disk. Size, it's okay. 4 GB, whatever it is, leave it. Click apply. Do I need any reboot, by the way?
No.
Not for
Not
now.
required.
No, not required.
Can
No.
I add one more OS disk?
No. We
No.
can't.
Yeah, only data disk can be
No.
added or removed. Now look at this, guys. This is, I'll add one more disk. Temp disk 2. Temp disk 2, and I'll name. By the way, whatever name you write it here, it's not necessary. It will go with the same name here. Okay, this is on the portal. I am keeping it for 50 GB. Assigned, and there I go. Can you see? A disk is here, and if I refresh, maybe that 50 GB will also appear. Can you see? Both disks are here,
Yes.
but just because I have a disk here, is it appearing here?
No.
No. What do I have to do? Right click, initialize. I'm as of now initializing both the disk. Look at the steps, guys. Okay. Now disks have been initialized. They are online. Can I see them?
No.
No. What do I have to do? Right click, new simple volume. Next. Am I using all 4 GB? This is always optional. That out of this 4 GB, for now, maybe I can use 2 GB also. Right? It's possible. Assign a letter. This is the core thing I want you to focus. Assign a letter. I am assigning a letter E. Can I assign a letter C?
No.
No,
It's
it is
already
already
used.
used in operating system.
It's already used. Can I assign letter D?
No. That is also
No.
used.
It's already used, right? So if you see, I don't even see that. By mistakenly also you can't do that. A and D, they are not a part of this list. So this one I'm taking, sorry, C and D. It's not a part of this one. So I'm taking A, click next, next, done. This I was just showing you that you can, not necessary, you can use full disk. And if you want, you can use full disk also. And you can create two drives also in one disk. But as of now, let's stick to complete disk, one drive. So now I have let drive A, and let's see if now I am able to see the disk. Can you see it?
Yes.
So what do you understand?
Yes.
That to use the disk, you will have to create a simple volume or any volume for that matter. We are not getting into the OS terms, but you'll have to create a volume and you will have to assign a letter. Now let's go ahead. This one. Look at this. Can I do that without assigning a letter?
No.
No, no
No,
option,
not
right?
possible.
It is taking something or the other. It is taking. Even if I take it B, it is taking B. Here it is. Now my question is, how many letters do we have in English alphabet?
26.
26. So now if you have a machine with 32 disks, what are you going to do? Did you all understand the
Letters,
question? I'm not expecting
yes,
an answer from you. Did
letters
you?
will be
Sorry? Yes, Shine, you were answering something?
letters will be insufficient to create that many.
Yes, it is definitely it is insufficient. Did you guys get the question? All of you?
Yes.
What about others? Irshad,
Yes.
Khizar, Rizwan, Ruha, did you guys
Yes.
get the question?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Go ahead and look for the answer, not now, after today's session. Though I'm saying it clearly, it has nothing to do with Azure. It is your system admin's headache, but it's a good learning. You can always make up a good story with this. And you can at least consume 5 minutes of an interviewer, and it will be a good impression that you know things which are out of box, right? You don't literally have to use a size which is of 32 GB. You don't literally have to do it, but just go ahead and look for the solution. Don't do the practical, it's okay, but look for the solution. The moment you answer that keyword, I will know that okay, you have searched for it. But don't just go and do the chat GP and share the keyword. It's for your own learning, right? So go ahead and learn this, how to do it. And normally here we are just using one letter, one disk. Sometimes it may happen that you're using two letters or three letters on one disk, like I'm doing in my physical laptop, right? If I open my physical laptop, there you will see I'm using multiple letters or three letters, I would say at least minimum on one disk. In this case, if I have 32 disk, तब तो मुझको और ज्यादा letters लगने वाले हैं. Look at this C drive, it is being used on one disk, but one, two, three, four. These four drives, they are on another disk, right? So I've already used four letters on one disk. So if I have 32 disks, then I will require more than 32 letters for sure. So how do you do that, or what is the concept you use? Just Google it, search it, and that's it. But this may come. The moment you say that there are some machines which support 32 disk and I have worked on them, the immediate next question will be this. If your interviewer has really worked, if the person is just asking questions from Google, he'll say, okay, yes, no, and then leave it. I hope you got the question. I'm not explaining the solution here. That's your job to go ahead and search it. Now let's come back to the disk topic. We again saw how to attach the disk. I could have simply turned off this machine, turn on the previous machine where we already had four disks, but I wanted to again show it to you. So this is how you get two disks. Now, yesterday we were talking about that what if I want to decrease this disk size, right? I want to decrease this because sorry, not the temporary one, B drive. Instead of 50 GB, I'm saying only 10 GB is enough for me. So what did we suggest? We suggested that I will assign a new disk of 10 GB. Let's say that come here, imagine this is a 50 GB disk and it has some data of 10 GB file. It is not actually 10 GB, just for the example, let's say it is 10 GB. And I know that my application's capacity and everything, even if I'm using it for years and everything, 20 GB is more than enough. I'm not crossing 20 GB. But how much am I paying for now? We're talking about new volume B. Volume B is attached to which disk? Disk number?
3.
3.
3. Size of the disk?
50.
50
50
GB,
GB.
around 50 GB.
My requirement, it's only 20 GB. Why am I paying
20.
30 GB extra? I'm planning to have this application for 5 years. Why should I pay for 30 GB every month for 5 years? Not a good deal for me. And you are saying you can't decrease it. See, if you go here, I simply requested you to please decrease it as a client. You're saying no, you can't do it. Then why should I pay extra? If I go here, 50 GB data disk, try to reduce this one, not possible. Simple. So what am I doing here as a workaround? I'm giving you a new disk. As of now, I'm calling it any disk, new disk, or whatever. I mean, naming convention, it can be decided. Okay. I'll make sure that it is, if it was premium SSD, this is also premium SSD, right? IOPS and everything matching. Here it is 240, and if I take 120, it's not a good idea. So whenever you are performing this practical, not here, we are not going to have a test practical. I won't be checking these things, don't worry. In assigning a new disk, isn't this practical where you are doing the workaround? When I ask you to create a new disk with some IOPS, I'll check that. Right? But in actual production environment, whenever you're giving a new disk as a workaround and you're planning, you're asking user to copy everything from here. So make sure you do not goof up here. If this is LRS, this has to be LRS. What is LRS? Everything we are going to learn later. But key thing to remember, these two disks needs to be they need to be identical except for size. The only reason we are changing this is size. Got it, guys? This was 50 GB. The new one I'm giving 20 GB. Rest everything needs to be same. Here it's mismatch, but I'm not worried about it. I don't have any data to copy. Click apply. Go to operating system. Again, go to disk management. Refresh. You should see some unallocated space here. Or rescan. Mm, it is still updating here. Till the time it is attached from the portal, it will not appear on the operating system. So we'll have to wait. It seems like it has been attached now. Let's go ahead and here it is. Right click. See, if I right click before initializing the disk, new simple volume is grayed out. And what is span volume, strip volume, mirrored volume, RAID 5 volume? Don't have to worry. Purely Windows concept. You don't have to worry about it. In fact, ये भी नहीं करना होता है आपको. But here to do end-to-end practical, I'm showing it to you. Initialize the disk. What is MBR, GPT? Don't worry. Very old questions. System admins, they used to use it. Windows admin, they still get these questions. Okay, disk is online now. Right click, new simple volume. Next, next. E drive I'm sharing. Next, next. Finish. Now I have this 20 GB disk available. I'll ask user to copy the data. It's not simply copy paste like we do. They use some tool called robocopy. Right? You don't have to worry about it. Again, Windows concept, they will do it. They won't ask you to copy the data, but I'm just simply telling you, it's not simple control C, control V. That's not the way actual database copy will work. Maybe they'll use some third party software. They'll use internal tool of Windows called robocopy. Whatever they want to do it, they will do it. You don't have to worry because they want to retain permissions, uh, metadata, right? NTFS permissions. There are many things. It's not simple text file. As of now, I'm just showing you a text file. In actual data, it's not that simple. So they will be using robocopy or whatever they want to do it, but they will copy the data and they'll give you a heads up. Okay, it has been done. Right now, what is your job? It's simply come here, get rid of 50 GB disk. What does it say? Can someone read it? As in, are you guys able to see it? When I hover my mouse over there, what does it say? I want you guys to read it. Can anyone read it?
Detach.
Detach.
DN.
Detach.
Yeah.
I
Detach.
clicked on detach. I did it, and I clicked on apply. I'm waiting to this disk to get detached. Simple. It's gone. If I refresh, I have only two data disks. If I go to operating system, here I don't have to go back to a disk management and do something. Once you detach, it's already gone. For attaching, you'll have to onboard it to something. Detaching, it's simply gone. Remove it from there and it's gone. Can you see? Now it's gone. This is operating system disk, which you already got. This is a temporary disk. It's a part of this machine's size. So these two disks were already there. This one I created, and this is already there. So two data disk, I already have two data disk. Now I'll go back and yes, my 50 GB, it had drive B, right? My all programs have been written as B, but now you have given me E. What should I do? So they don't have to change their program. You can always change the letter. So if this was B, 50 GB disk was B, come here, change the path, change it to B as far as B is available if you haven't used it, right? They say, okay, my name was something else. You have given me new volume. My coding which I have written, it doesn't recognize the new volume. So fine, whatever the name was, you can change it. Let's say the name was uh, database 720, whatever the name was. So you can make these changes. It's not a big deal, right? So here it is. Now you have database 720B. So a client should be happy and up and running with his application in 20 GB. Now the question is next month, how much is he paying for? Is he paying for uh, only this 24 GB or what exactly is he paying for? I have detached the disk 5th of October. When I get my next bill for 5th of September, apart from my CPU and operating system disk and everything, what am I being charged for? This 20 GB and 4 GB or what?
20 GB and the 40 GB detached.
Total 74 GB. We didn't
74
delete that
Yes.
detached disk.
disk.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, just because you detach a disk, that does not mean that you're not paying for that. That does not mean that it is not being charged to you. That doesn't mean that uh, it's gone from your account. No. If I go to that resource group, and I will see that disk here. I should have named it properly so you guys would have uh, checked it easily, but I think this was the disk, temp disk. Can you see? Temp disk 2, 50 GB.
Yes.
Yeah. It is still there. And what is the disk status? It is unattached. What does it mean? It is not attached with any computer, any virtual machine, but it is still there. Your data is still there. And you are being charged for this 50 GB. So once you are done with that, once you are done with that 20 GB, your client is happy, after a week or so, he has given you a go ahead, then you come here and you delete this disk. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is how you get rid of the disk. I'm not deleting it. So we can cover one more practical. I'm leaving this disk and I'll show you one more practical while we have that disk. So I told you that when it comes to disk, at the time of machine creation or later also, there are two ways to have a disk. One is attach a new disk, or sorry, create and attach a new disk. The other one is attach an existing disk. So if I click here, and if I click here, can you see it is showing me all the disk? This disk, what does it say? The disk in resource group, blah blah blah. But is this usable for me? Let's see. It is. I was able to attach another disk. Though it's a different disk, I'm not going to use it, but I'll show it to you. I'll go to the server and I'll show it to you. Let's click on attach disk, and I want to again attach the same disk. It's not necessary, you can attach the same disk. Hence, I showed you and attached another disk. And there is no compulsion of resource group also. Can you see? The disk, it's in different resource group. My machine is in different resource group. As of now, I'm attaching different disks which are in different resource group. As far as I have access, I should be able to add them. The only condition here we have is One is obviously disk has to be unattached, otherwise यहाँ पर दिखेगा ही नहीं. See, if this disk is not unattached, it will not appear here. By the way, why am I not able to see it now? Why is it grayed out?
We consume our disk size.
Yes, could be the size is maximum
Yeah.
4. So let me remove one because I want to attach. Let's see, attach. And again, I want to attach the same disk which I had detached. Let's say this 50 GB. Can you see? So I can attach that disk also and apply. And when I go here, can you see this is upgrade disk? I attached it from some other resource group. Look at this 50 GB disk. And once the disk was initialized and everything, you don't even have to go to disk management. You'll directly see it. So can you guys see it? How we attach and detach the disk? The only condition here is disk should be unattached, as in some disk which is already attached to another operating system or another machine. You can't attach it here unless that is a shareable disk, which I'll cover in some time. Got it, guys? So if I have this new disk 20 GB here, I will be not able to see this or attach this to any other computer unless I detach it from here. If I detach it from here, then yes, I can use it on other computers. Is this concept clear to everyone? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, only one condition in this one. If my machine has one disk, my machine is in East US, and this is the disk I'm using, I detach the disk. Fine, I detach the disk, detaching all the disk. Where are these disks? In which region? Irrespective of if I detach it or attach it, what do you think? My machine is in East US. What is the region of the disk?
East use.
East US, simple, right? It can't be any other. But now if I want to attach that disk to another machine which is in East US, is it possible? Yes, it is possible.
Yes.
Irrespective of the resource group, irrespective of everything, as far as you have sufficient access, you will be able to attach the disk. Here also, when you guys practice, you can collaborate with each other, give someone access on that particular disk. Let's say if this one is Vedant's machine and he has created some disk, right? He has put some data and he detached the disk, and now he wants Abhijit or Obed to work with him. He is asking him to attach his disk, but he doesn't want him to give the access on the resource group. So don't do that. Go to your own resource group, right? Search for those disks, and on that particular disk, give the other person access. For example, I want, let's say this is Abhijit's resource group, or let's say Abhijit wants Ajit to collaborate with him, and he wants Ajit to attach this disk. So he'll go here, click on this disk, click on IAM, and make owner or contributor to Ajit or whichever person he wants, maybe multiple people, right? Though this can be used only by one person, but he can come here and he can uh, check who all have this role. If that person doesn't have the role, then go ahead and attach the role. This is how you can complete your practical, guys, right? Someone who's already inheriting the ownership role from uh, subscription level, you don't have to give anything extra, right? So this is how you can achieve your practical. But the only thing which I was saying, that if your machine is in East US, let's say this is Abhijit, his machine is in East US. So by default, his disk in is East US. It is in East US. And Obed or Ajit or anyone else is planning to do this practical, and they are creating their machine in East US too, then they will not be able to use this disk. So the only condition, disk should be unattached, should be in same region. No resource group limitation here. In fact, I have told you resource group limitation, it's not on any resources except one. What was that exception, guys?
Availability set.
Availability
Set.
set.
How to
Availability
do
set.
that?
Perfect. So is this clear till here?
Yes.
Yes.
Any
Yes.
doubts? Any questions?
Can we
Well,
create drives out of data disk?
Yes, we just did it, right? When I was when I was initializing that disk I showed you, we can again do it. Let's quickly do it. If I go to my VM, by the way, again, I told you creating drive will not be your headache. Don't worry about it. But still, yes, you can do it. To answer your question, you can do it. Yes, guys. Any other question?
Silva, is there any workaround to move a disk from, as I said, that we cannot move a disk from each DS to each DS2? Is there any workaround?
Yeah, there are many. There are many. Don't worry about them. But as of now, let's focus on basics. There are obviously there are many workarounds. You can export disk. You can. There are many things you can do that. Nothing is impossible. You ultimately, when you go to production environment, you won't say no to client for anything. You'll always have some or the other workaround. You can put it in storage account, replicate it somewhere else, and ultimately you will have it. So it's not a straight no, but by default it's a no. You can't utilize the disk in cross region. And whenever your interviewer is asking you a question, it simply means the default option is asking. You can't say yes, it is possible, and later on say no, I was talking about workaround. No, don't do that. If someone is asking that is attaching a disk from cross region possible, it's not. By default, it's not. To answer your question, see, this is how you can make multiple drives. So this is 20 GB. Instead of 20 GB full, I am using 10 GB here, and I'm using it for letter U. I'm giving any name. It's done. I have used the 10 GB disk with this name and this drive, and I'm still left with 9.77 GB. I can right click, new volume, right? Again, I can use 5 GB out of it if I want, or I can use completely, right? Whatever I want, whatever letter I want, and whatever name I want. So this is how you can create multiple drives in a disk. Can you see? These both are in same disk.
Yes. And if they both are not being used, and if I want to merge it back, then how can I do that?
Let's not get into this, guys. You can do that. Obviously, you can come here, format it, or delete the volume, but nothing related to Azure, not at all. This is purely old work of Windows admin. You can delete that volume, extend it, make one disk. Simple. Now it is one disk. But no one is going to, you're not going for Windows admin interviews, guys. I told you, you won't even get option to log into your Windows or Linux systems. They will have their own criteria. They do not want cloud admin to touch their operating systems. They'll simply say, by your cloud admin, please, administrator at the cloud side, leave Windows to us. Right. So let's not waste our time on or and energy on these steps or these topics which you are not going to get in interview. Right. Apart from that, it's good learning, no doubt. Okay, we have only 30 seconds left in this session, guys. Anyone has any question, any doubt, keep it with yourself. Ask it in the next session. We'll not be able to cover it. Do you guys need a break?
Yes.
Okay, let's resume at 12:45 sharp using the same link. Stopping the session now.